Hi there and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Mika Richards names the Arsenal player who has impressed him the most this season. Mika Richards has labeled Bukayo Saka as the Arsenal player who has impressed him the most this season. Bukayo Saka continued his excellent form on Saturday as he netted in the 4-1 win over Newcastle United. The 22-year-old has been directly involved in 9 goals in his last 7 league appearances for the Gunners. Saka seems to be finding his best form at the perfect time for Arsenal as Mikel Arteta's men continue to push for the Premier League title. And despite the Gunners having several players who have excelled this term, Mika Richards believes Saka has been the pick of the bunch. Speaking on the rest is football, Richard singled out Saka for a praise and believes the winger has really stepped up for Arsenal once again this season. He said, Saka has really impressed me the most because when you are a marked man, you know when you are coming through and people don't really know your game, you are a young lad coming through and you've got a bit and are scoring goals. But when everyone knows you are that good and you have 2 or 3 men around you but are still able to deliver, I think that's the most impressive thing to see Saka do it consistently. Saka continues to provide for Arsenal in the final third, and it's a sign of a top player that he is managed to do so all season without being at his very best. The youngster has faced different challenges this term, with opposition sides often doubling up on him in an attempt to stifle his threat out wide, but Saka has adjusted to this and still managed to register 29 goal involvements in 34 appearances in all competitions. There is no doubt that the Highland Academy product is Arteta's main man in the final third, and he has become Arsenal's talisman over the past couple of years. Ian Wright says he always feels so much better when Mikel Arteta starts £12 million Arsenal player. Ian Wright has suggested that he always feels so much better when Mikel Arteta names one Arsenal player in his side following their emphatic win over Newcastle United on Saturday. Arsenal made a further statement over their Premier League title credentials at the weekend. The Gunners were absolutely relentless against the Magpies, storming into a 4-0 lead by the midway point in the second half. Despite how lethal Arsenal were, once again in the final third, Jorginho was arguably the best player on the park as he made his return to the side. Jorginho played an exquisite pass in the build-up to the second Arsenal goal, and he continues to never let the side down whenever he is named in the team by Mikel Arteta. It has been a remarkable time for the £12 million signing, and speaking on Wright's house, Ian Wright suggested that he is always a lot more confident when Jorginho is in the side. He said, Jorginho for me, I don't know if it's because he is like a metronome. It makes us feel like we start to go into that area where we need to start getting through them. Him being there makes me feel better than it just being Declan Rice and Kai and Martin. Him being there for some reason gives us that something else which makes me feel more comfortable. There was a time when losing Thomas Partey to injury seemed almost disastrous for Arsenal. Partey was a marquee signing and he appeared to be so important to the balance of the side. Partey is still a big mess for Arsenal. However, the signings of Jorginho and Declan Rice have made such a difference for the Gunners. Obviously, Rice is the superstar name given that he signed for a club record fee, but the deal for Jorginho is proving to be as much of a master stroke on and off the pitch. He is having a huge impact at the Emirates. ESPN Pundit says £20 million player has now completely transformed everything for Arsenal. ESPN Pundit Craig Burley has said Jakub Kivier's recent run out for Arsenal has been key to North London side's change of fortunes in the Premier League. The Polish international replaced Zinchenko at half-time in Arsenal's 3-1 win against Liverpool earlier this month, with the Kivior since playing every minute for the Gunners at left-back. The change has resulted in Arsenal conceding just one goal in the Premier League, with Mikel Arteta's side scoring 15 in their last three games, with Kivior grabbing one against Newcastle. And speaking on ESPN FC, Pounded Burley has pointed out that Kivior's performances and role in this Arsenal system has been influential in the Gunners' Premier League form, with the North London side firmly in the Premier League title race. Burley said, Kivior coming in for Zinchenko, it's kind of stopped that, oh, let's go and sort of fluff about in the middle with the extra player. He is more of a natural fullback, so they have all of a sudden got Wright on one side, Kivior on the other, and they have got four guys who, yeah, they will get forward, but guess what? They want to defend as well, and that's given them some stability at the back. After scoring an own goal against Liverpool in the FA Cup, few Arsenal fans would have predicted Kivior to become one of the key reasons behind the Gunners' Premier League title push. The £20 million signing from Spezia last year has really grown into his own in the left-back position, an incredible feat considering the options Arsenal now have for the role. Zinchenko, Takahiro Tomiyasu, and the returning Jurriën Timber all have a claim to make for starting at left back, yet it's Kivior who looks best suited for the role for Arsenal. Indeed, the former Serie A star has the quality to retain his place in the starting 11 for the remainder of the season, and the fear of being dropped could spur Kivior on to improve his form even more for Arsenal. Incredible player has decided he wants to join Chelsea, but Arsenal are still keen. Victor Osimhen reportedly favors a move to Chelsea, but Arsenal are still keen on a move for the Napoli striker. Both Mauricio Pochettino and Mikel Arteta are expected to be in the market for a new forward player this summer. Arsenal have been in a free-scoring form of late, but are still lacking a prolific striker, with both Gabriel Jesus and Edin Ketia failing to score regularly this term. As for Chelsea, their woes in the final third have been evident despite a recent upturn in form, and their finishing ultimately let them down in Sunday's League Cup final. The two London clubs have been heavily linked with a move for Victor Osimhen ahead of the summer. However, according to Team Talk, sources have stated that Osimhen views a switch to Stamford Bridge as his favorite choice. Team Talk claims that sources have said Osimhen views a move to Chelsea as his first choice, yet the signing is far from guaranteed as both Arsenal and PSG remain keen. Osimhen is a man in demand ahead of the summer, with a host of top clubs in the market for a new striker. After propelling Napoli to a Serie A title last season, Osimhen has continued to find the back of the net frequently. The 25-year-old is averaging a goal every two games this season, with 10 in 20 appearances for Napoli. Osimhen has already been lauded as an incredible striker and is said to be keen on a move to the Premier League, but if reports that he prefers a switch to Stamford Bridge turn out to be true, Arsenal may well be better off focusing on other targets. Nevertheless, Chelsea are in need of a striker like Osimhen, and the fact he is keen on a switch to West London is a huge boost for the Blues, particularly as they have struggled this season and could miss out on European football. Club yet to decide Arsenal transfer targets asking price, says Fabrizio Romano. Transfer news expert Fabrizio Romano has provided an update on Pedro Neto, as he still expects the Wolves winger to be one to watch for the summer transfer window, having previously told us about interest from Arsenal. Neto has shown during his time at Wolves, establishing himself as one of the most exciting young attacking players in the Premier League, and it seems pretty clear by now that he has what it takes to succeed at a bigger club. Arsenal already have some very good options out wide, with the likes of Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli and Leandro Trossard, but one imagines Mikel Arteta would still welcome the chance to have a bit more depth in that department. Still, despite some reports of an £80 million asking price for Neto this summer, Romano told Cout Offside for his exclusive daily briefing column that it's still a bit early to know how much Wolves will want for the Portuguese star. When asked about the latest on Neto's future and Wolves' stance on the player, Romano said, I have no indication yet on asking the price, too early. Wolves will discuss that closer to the summer, but I'm sure there will be many clubs interested in Neto. He's being scouted regularly by many clubs, and he can do special things in the future, so he will be one of the names of the summer. Arsenal fans will surely be keeping a close eye on this saga, and we are sure to see a few other names linked with the 23-year-old in the weeks and months ahead. Arsenal's transfer policy has proven highly successful in recent times, and that's often involved them signing proven Premier League players such as Declan Rice, Jorginho, Trossard, Kai Havertz, Gabriel Jesus, David Raya, and Zinchenko. Big blow for Arsenal as AC Milan enter race to sign 22-year-old transfer target Joshua Zirkzee, a striker linked to both Man United and Arsenal, has emerged as AC Milan's top objective for the summer transfer window. In 24 Serie A games this season, the Dutch attacker has scored 9 goals as he has really come into his own at Bologna. Many Premier League sides are interested in the 22-year-old due to his performances, and Arsenal and Manchester United are leading the race with both keeping the striker on their radar. Now, Italian giants AC Milan have entered the race to sign the impressive striker, and they have made him their priority as they look to sign a new attacker in the summer. Gazzetta dello Sport, an Italian sports daily, claims that he is the Rossoneri's top summer target. AC Milan are seeking a striker who could potentially fill the void left by the aging Olivier Giroud in the long term. They are scouting several young forwards, with Zirkzee emerging as the club's top priority at the moment. Another forward the Milan Giants are keeping a close eye on before the summer is Benjamin Sesko of RB Leipzig. It remains to be seen if AC Milan can actually compete with Arsenal or Manchester United if the Premier League teams pick up their game and make an offer for the striker. The Premier League clubs are better equipped financially to beat Milan to sign the former Bayern Munich player. Arsenal are looking to add firepower up front after an impressive seasons from Gabriel Jesus and Edin Ketaya. Both the strikers have failed to make a huge impact at the Emirates Stadium this season, and the general consensus is that Mikel Arteta's team is just a top number 9 away from winning the Premier League title. Ian Wright blown away by 21-year-old who Arsenal want to sign. Ian Wright has raved about Everton defender and reported Arsenal target Jarrad Branthwaite. The 21-year-old has emerged as a Mikel Arteta target after an impressive season at Goodison Park so far. Arsenal are just one of a host of top clubs monitoring Jarrad Branthwaite, with the likes of Real Madrid, Manchester United and our rivals Tottenham also set to be keen. The youngster has been ever present for the Toffees this term and netted his second goal of the campaign in a 1-1 draw with Brighton on Saturday, and his latest display for Everton has led to high praise from Arsenal legend Ian Wright, who has labelled the defender a monster. Speaking on Wright's house, the former Gunners striker claimed that Branthwaite deserves to receive an England call-up off the back of his impressive displays. He said, I would like to give flowers to Jarrad Branthwaite. I believe now he will be in the next England squad. He has got everything. You watch how he plays left-sided as well. He plays out well, very brave. And then when you listen to his interview, he sounds like somebody who is like, yeah, I'm there, I'm here. He should be called up, and not only that, he should be played. Let's have a look at him. I'm telling you, we have a monster on our hands at left-sided centre half, a monster. Wright has quickly established himself as a regular under Sean Dyche's side this season and is seen as one of the best prospects in the Premier League. It's no surprise to see a host of top clubs sniffing around the centre-back already, but Arsenal would face stern competition for his signature should they decide to firm up their interest. With Real Madrid also keen, Everton are reportedly set to demand around £75 million for the defender this summer. Arsenal aren't exactly desperate for reinforcement at centre-back either, with William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes forming an exceptional partnership over the past year. As we wrap up today's Arsenal news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.